Hello, hello. It is that time. We're going to find out what card you chose. We're going to find out how it fits in the grand scheme of things over the next couple of weeks. What are we looking at? What is the energy? What is the theme for us over the next couple of weeks? First of all, I want to just touch really quickly on Mercury retrograde. And let me tell you, there are a ton of things happening in the planets in the sky right now. There's a lot of things going on. But I've heard a lot of rumblings about Mercury retrograde because that is one that everybody pays attention to. I will tell you that Mercury gone retrograde is not a bad luck charm. It doesn't mean the bad things are happening. It doesn't mean life is falling apart. It doesn't mean any of those things. What it does mean is that we have a chance to review things, revisit things, redo things, all of the words, So if there's something you've wanted to revamp, if there's a schedule you wanted to review and maybe revise, now's the time to do it. If you're thinking about starting something new, I would say if you can, hold off. For example, if you want to get a new hairstyle, don't go and chop off all your hair at this time. You might regret it. But the thing is that it's a good time to really plan things, get to know things, that, what are my options? Have a look at those things. Then once Mercury's gone back direct, you can take a look and say, okay, now I can do this new hairstyle. Now I can, paint my walls that bright yellow color I really wanted to paint them, or, whatever this is. But, you might not want to do that while Mercury is in its retrograde cycle. So, Mercury retrograde, a great time to review things, to look things over, revisit things, reevaluate. If you're looking at changing something financially, take a look now. Make all your notes, but don't do anything impulsive right at this time if you can help it. In terms of making big purchases, it might not be the best time to do that. You might also not have a choice. You might, let's say you have to re-sign a mortgage, or you have to maybe review some legal papers. You maybe have a big purchase on the go. Whatever this is, if you have to do it, awesome, great, life goes on. The only advice I would give you is make sure that you're reading all the details, making sure that everything, is exactly what you want it to be. Dot your I's, cross your T's, proofread, have somebody proofread it for you. Just make sure that you're paying attention to all those details, giving that extra review, extra TLC to whatever it is that you're working through at this time. Some people are actually born in a cycle. So on your birth chart, it'll show you Mercury gone retrograde when you were born. That would mean that this time of Mercury retrograde would be more familiar to you and less difficult to maneuver, or it would feel less foreign to those people with that in their birth chart. So just a little bit of food for thought. Yes, of course, I do astrology chart readings. I can read your birth chart, and I can also have a look and see what is coming up in the year ahead for you. That's a really popular way to check things out. So, people will purchase those on their birthday. Let me know on my birthday, what do I expect in the year ahead? What are my themes going to be? So, if you're interested in that, let me know, and we can book a time to review those things. So now let's get back to the cards. If you chose the card that you felt drawn to, awesome, great for you. You're listening to your intuition. We're going to take a look at each card individually to break it down, to dissect it, to figure out what is the energy primarily that we're going to be working with based on the card that we chose. Then we're going to take a look at all four of the cards put together. So make sure you stick around to the end, because all four of these cards together is what's going to apply for each of us energetically over the course of the next 2 weeks. Of course, paying attention, your card that you chose is going to be the highlight or the stronger energy for you out of this whole reading. Let's take a look. If you chose card number 1, You chose Pipe Ceremony. This card says prayer. So if you chose this card, you're really being asked to reflect and find out, what is it that I find sacred? What are the things that are important to me? So if we look at this card, this also is a balance of masculine and feminine energy. So really pay attention to what makes you feel in balance, what makes you feel solid, secure. Tune into your intuitions, tune into spirit team. The prayer here is like, pay attention to not only your intuition, but what is your connectedness to your ancestors, to your spirit team on the other side. Really just tune in to that feeling of sacred over the next couple of weeks. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. On the flip side of this, your role in whatever's coming up over the next couple of weeks might be to just hold space for others around you. So be supportive, hold space. And if you do require help or assistance, don't be afraid to reach out over the next couple of weeks. Just a reminder, you are not alone. You do have the support of your spirit team and supporters on the other side as well. So, I do feel like getting through this period of, of just tuning into the sacred is going to lead you to see things in a different way, or there's going to be some newness that does come out of this. But I feel like this period of time is going to be more about tuning in to what feels sacred and what feels important at this time as well. So that's really cool. Now, if you chose card number 2, Sweetgrass, Sacred Medicine. This says strength. So if you chose this card, this is the strength card. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit. So this sweetgrass is really an art piece all around here. A circle is sacred energy as well, right? No beginning, no end. Also, there's protection in this card. So you are protected. This may be a time where you're feeling like you need to dig in and touch your strength, access it. You may be the source of strength for others, and this may be true on both sides. You may be providing strength, but also receiving strength. Interesting. So if you chose this card, really just focus on that strength word. Sacred medicine, like pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your what's happening in your heart, right? You may be providing strength to someone who can't access their own strength right now, so whatever this may be, and just tune into it. And also make sure you make time for quiet and peaceful energy. So, whether this is making a pot of tea and allowing yourself to sit and drink your tea in that sense of peacefulness, right? You need that time as well as so I feel like there's a balance, there's I need the downtime to recharge, and I also need to, roll up my sleeves when I need to. So some balance here, right? If you chose card number 3, Spring is your card. This seems right in perfect time with our seasonal change right now here in Canada, anyway, as we're going through seasonal change. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to the newness. There may be some new things that are coming up for you if you chose this card. Maybe some new cycles that are ready to come back around. Maybe something that's laid stagnant that is ready to be reborn again, right? So pay attention to that. Really awesome. some newness, something that is here. Remember too that you receive back what you put out. So wherever your garden is, you're going to water your garden. You want to make sure that you are putting good intentions, positivity out into the world at this time, right? Get rid of all the weeds, and, put the positivity out, because that's what's going to come back as you move through this cycle. So, really just make sure you're putting good intentions out there. If you chose card number 4, all my relations, this is interconnectedness. So this is really focusing on what it is that is in your space that is meant to be. So you are drawing in that energy of interconnectedness, right? This is not a time of, I want to be totally independent for you. If you chose this card, this is a time for you to look around and try to see the similarities, try to see what is it that's happening in your space that feels like it's truly meant to be there. What is a reflection that you see of yourself in situations around you? Really just evaluate what's coming up for you, right? You may find yourself looking at this sun here behind. You may find yourself feeling totally passionate about certain projects, or it could be a relationship as well. But whatever this is telling you to pay attention to those things that you do feel passionate about. Where do you want to go next? Trust that that passion is pulling you in a direction that's right for you. Always, as always, I want to say though, use your head, right? This is not a time for you to, mindlessly go and be a teenager and just do what you want because it looks like a fun time. Really use your intuition to guide you as well. And this is going to help you to see things also from a different lens. So there might be some opportunity for transformation that comes out of this as well. So a lot of groundwork that might be being laid down over the next couple of weeks to help embrace for the next chapter. Let's put all 4 of the cards together to see what is the energetic outline for all of us over the next couple of weeks. So first of all of us are being asked to, put your intentions out there. Put your intentions out there by the form of prayer or conversation or manifesting something in a notebook. However this works for you, put your intentions out to the universe. You are also either being asked to be the supporter or to ask for support. So whatever is relevant for you over the next couple of weeks, pay attention to that. Bring in that sense of balance. We don't always want to be the ones giving or always be the ones receiving. This is saying, hey, let's restore that balance. That's important at this time. But also, are we the supporter or are we the ones that need supporting, right? I do feel like for a lot of us, it's going to be tuning into that support energy. However, whatever way this goes, this is tuning into our own strength. So whether this is tuning into your strength to be there for others or tuning into your own strength to, pull up your socks and get done what needs to be done. You are protected at this time. We're all protected at this time. So let's just move through this. The power of prayer, the power of connectedness over the next couple of weeks is really coming up as a theme. So pay attention to that and, just embrace it. This is really a 2-week period that we are being asked to tune into our intuition and just move through based on our intuition and, remain calm at this point too. So a good way to do that is to make sure that you're having a time out every day, whether it's a cup of tea, whether it's a hot soak in the tub, whether it's, reading a book, whatever this is, make sure you make time for you every day over the next 2 weeks. Next, we are being, if I put this here, new beginning. So whatever this is leading us to a new way of seeing things, a new way of thinking. But, as long as we set our foundations correctly, this will be exciting. Right? Well, pay attention. What is it? Pay attention to what's coming into your space. And it's going to bring in a sense of newness. So also making sure that you're putting out what you want to receive, right? So, whatever conversations you have with others, have that same conversation, in a way that you would like to have that conversation presented to you. So, instead of lashing out at someone, try to put a positive on whatever conversations you're having and whatever interactions you're having. Finally, togetherness is going to be the theme for us over the next couple of weeks. So, of course, just tuning in again to that energy. Where's my passion? Where do I want to be? What's next for me? And, you're going to find that it's not just all about you over this next couple of weeks. It's asking you to look at your connection with others. What are the groups? What are the relationships that you have in? There's going to be some sort of unfolding. This is potentially some sort of transformation that comes in here as well, because as you work towards your passion, there might be new energies that come in. There might be new relationships that come in. There might be new opportunities that come in, or a new way of seeing things. So pay attention to what this is. Ultimately, we are ending the 2-week period in a lighter space than what we started in. So set that as your intentions, to release what it is that is not fulfilling that idea of lightness or that idea of support. Remember, you do have support, and we're going to work through this over the next couple of weeks to try and tune into that support and that comfort and, whatever it is that is going to make us feel supported at this time. So enjoy the next couple of weeks ahead. If you feel comfortable, leave a comment below. Let me know what is going on in your life that is reflected by these cards. If you feel comfortable, that's fantastic. Come back in a couple of weeks and rewatch this video to see what did these cards say? What did these cards do? How did this energy play out for me? Take a look back, and see. It's always nice to go back and look at the last video to say, hey, how did this work out for me? How did these cards play out in my specific energy? So enjoy the next couple of weeks ahead. We'll meet again in another couple weeks. Take care and bye for now, guys.